Hello? Is this helium? Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. I hope you're doing well. Helium's so fun. Oh God. Hi, everybody. I'm freaking so tired. So I put a juice on. Actually, it's a bit nippy. I'm exhausted. My brain. Before I tell you why I'm tired, I must tell you guys something. I'm obsessed with this new Gabbie song, Happy in the End. Listen, the song is beautiful. Like, you know, when you hear a song and then you just repeat it over and over and over and over again, and you're like, here, one more time, and I'm gonna do this one more time, and I'm gonna do that. This is me this morning with that song, and me last night to the song. I couldn't sleep, so I switched the TV off so that there wasn't loud noise and everything. And because my mind was so busy, I was like, you know, maybe I must draw or do something, you know, to kind of like take all the congestion out. And then I came across this Gabbie song. And listening to it on the earphones versus now on the TV while I was working, it's so much better because you can listen to the piano and the keys, and like her voice, it's raw and it's poetic. It's in pain. It's absolutely freaking stunning. I am obsessed with this song. I will put the copy the link into the description so you guys can listen to it. It is beautiful. Okay. But anyway, so last night I couldn't sleep. I think I've had about 3 hours of sleep. This is how it all started, and this is how my brain works, and this is why I think I need to go back into my evening routine of meditation, or journaling or drawing. I've stopped doing that. Why, I don't know. I get into these phases where I'll do a routine. It does work for me, but at the time you don't really realize it until you've actually stopped it, and then you go back and you're like, geez, okay, things feel a bit different the last 2 weeks. Not sleeping, overactive mind, overactive imagination. And then I thought back and I'm like, you know, what was I doing so differently that was helping me? And I was like, oh, Robin, you were drawing. Remember, you were drawing and you were journaling and getting everything out. So did that last night after spending about 2 hours thinking about doing it, on top of whether or not I should do a video complaining about me wanting to do it and everything else. This started at about 9 o'clock until 11. Me going back and forth. Should I do a video, have a chat with you guys? Should I draw? Should I not draw? Should I journal? Should I? Back and forth. And in between all of this, I'm like, oh crap, you know, I must go and Google search my dream. I had a weird dream the other day, which is, I think on Monday night or Tuesday night, which really, it didn't bother me. But you know when like a dream lingers in the back of your mind, you keep on thinking to yourself, oh, I wonder what that means. Because I get like, dreams are mostly from what's in your subconscious, but I do feel there is an aspect of dreams, certain dreams, that is answers to things you need in your waking life or things that could happen. And I say this because just before I fell pregnant with Renee, I dreamed I was pregnant, and I was just like, I don't want to have this baby. And I'm telling you, it was months later I fell pregnant. So I always felt after that there's got to be some meaning behind dreams. So this dream that was bothering me was I was looking at houses. First it started about me looking at houses. So we go look at this house on the beachfront. There was nothing to look at. It was almost like a little bit of like a shack type of vibe, you know, very rustic with a tin roof that came over on the patio. But you could see the ocean, you could hear it, you could smell the salt, you could smell everything, okay, of the beach. What a wonderful smell, hey? And I'm like, okay, I want this. And I'm busy walking around the neighborhood to like just check my surroundings and everything. And I found this cat that's lost. And I picked this cat up and I'm like, okay, now I'm walking. And I'm like, who do I go ask whose cat this is? All I want to do is get this cat home. And I'm standing still and I feel a tug on my leg. And I look down and it's another cat. Very similar to the one I already have in my arms. Like a grey with white stripes. And this one tugging and clinging onto my arm, I look at it and it says to me, remember when you used to carry me too? And strange, remember when you used to carry me too? And I picked this cat up. This cat had like a substantial amount of weight in comparison to the one I was really holding. Then I've got this, picked this cat up and I'm walking down this road and I don't know how to get back to my beach house, but I've got these two cats and I just want to find their home, but I can't find my home either. So of course I'm like, okay, let me Google what that all means, okay? So while I'm busy Googling what it all means, I decide to open up the curtain and the window because it was getting stuffy in the room, which is after I put the dogs to bed. And as I open up the curtain, I see the brightest freaking star, which must have been a planet. So jump back. Well, first of all, I say to Alex, because I know now he's trying to sleep, so his eyes are closed and he's not answering me. But I open the window and I'm like, there's the most amazing bright star, which I assume is a planet. And only if I had one of those telescope things, I could check what it is. Who's here? BRB. Okay, so I'm like this thing is so bright. So anyway, I say to Alex, I'm like, you know, imagine now I'm sitting here and it's like, you know, like a movie. And like, oh, wow, that star planet is so bright and so beautiful. Oh, and the next one it starts coming closer and closer and closer. And you know, it's a freaking meteor and it lands and I see the explosion. And I'm like, Alice, we gotta go. Grab the dogs. How am I gonna run in these stokies? I need a pair of tackies and shit, it's cold outside. Get a jacket. How are we gonna get the dogs out? And I'm like, imagine that had to happen. Like, chaos. So now while I'm saying this, while I'm looking outside, Alex is like, so I was like, okay, you awake? I check, ignoring me. Okay, cool. So I sit at the end of the bed after I've said this, because now I'm like, fuck, okay, what if? So I'm like, is this thing moving? Is it coming close? Is it getting bright? To the point where I started seeing it flash. Like I was zoning out on it so much that I'm sure I made myself squint looking at it. So I jump back into bed because now I'm like, is it a meteor? A meteor shower? Is it a planet? Is it a star? What the hell is it? It's so freaking bright. I need to know what it is. So I've forgotten about my dream. I'm now looking up this planet. I take a sip of my lemon water and I'm like, sure, but you know, I never really ever checked if Himalayan salt that I'm drinking in my lemon water after I work out is actually good for me. Okay, so Google that, check out what the benefits are and everything. Because I was watching a video of Andrew Lau eating this guy. I don't know what his real name is, but he's from Vampire Diaries, that hottie totty with the dark hair, Damon. Oh my days alive. And I'm sure in one of his videos he said that he put salt, Himalayan salt and coconut oil in a drink, you know, like a breakfast shake thing. And I started doing it while after my workout and my drinks, and thought, okay, well, let me actually Google what the benefits are, because it might even not be even good for me. So then I Googled that. And in between all of that, I'm still thinking about whether or not to do the video and whether or not I should draw. But now I'm like, now I must get up to go and draw in the lounge, but it's really cold. Should I not maybe just put my torch on and then sketch? So that's what I did. I started sketching and everything, playing Gabbie Hannah over and over and over. But because I was getting distracted by repeating the song, I then went over to Soap Today and I started watching Coraline, and I continued on with my sketch, watching and listening to Coraline. Freaking love that movie. And then I'm tired. It didn't stop my brain. And then while I'm busy sketching, I was thinking, you know, like, this isn't how I thought I'd want to come out. And then I was like making little notes for myself. So I was like, okay, now why don't I just sketch out what I thought I had in mind going into it, because it came out completely different. I was just freehand sketching. I actually have it here because I was still busy making notes. So I was doing this. I wanted to do gift commission piece drawing of like a baby protea, and then like this is the mother and the father like looking after it. But then I was like, maybe people will look at it and be like, okay, no, but that's like you going from small, big into grown up, or because art is open to interpretation. So then I started thinking, how many ways could I interpret this drawing? And then I was writing little notes about like how many different ways this would be interpreted outside of what I'm actually going for in the actual drawing. Okay, this doesn't end. Now, this is after 12 o'clock, 12 going on 1, somewhere around there. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm going to now redraw it, but I literally started and then I was just like, okay, now I'm tired. I'm starting to yawn, but I know that doesn't mean diddly squat. A yawn is just an illusion of what you want. That's to be on your way to dreamland. Because I can be yawning, busy with something, so tired. And the moment I close my eyes, I'm like, have I forgotten anything? Shit, I mustn't forget to do that post. Crap, I must still make wrapping paper. But now do I make wrapping paper? Do I pre-wrap gifts? Do I say made to order? And what colors do I do? Do I do Christmas theme? Do I do... Okay, so then that was happening. Now, go back to my drawing, okay, of this thing. And I'm sorry, looking at it this morning, I was having actually a good time. Just talking to myself on paper. Okay, I'm going to go through it with you. Now you're going to see how besig my brain is. My pip is baie besig. Baie. I do this thing, and I'm like, no, maybe the stems must just... Can you guys see? I don't know if you can see this. It's a bit dark. Yeah, hold on. Make it bright like a diamond. Oh, hold on, there we go. So I start sketching it out. I'm like, maybe they must overlap instead of going behind, you know. So I'm like, okay, maybe I must go over. So I start everything, and I'm like, then I was like, no, heck no, this mustn't go, yeah. Then I'm like, poor shame, look at his neck, it's so thin. And then I was drawing, and I'm like, and this, because I'm like, what is this? What is going on here? Then, okay, look here. Oh, no, look here. So I'm like, need to sleep. Ha, ha, ha. Next joke. Crowd goes wild. Cue the roses. I love roses. Nice. But it's by bad. And then I'm like, I'm here all night, folks. I don't know if I said that. And then I was like, okay, now I'm a jokester. Now I think I'm really funny. Okay, so I'm like, now I'm listening to that song, you know, it's like, by Little Peep, hello, is anybody out there? Can anybody hear me? So I'm singing this to myself, but writing it out, and the neighbor screams, look at my spelling. Beautiful. Shut up, trying to sleep. I don't have a punchline. Think quick, Robin, think quick. Oh, wait, because now I think I'm a stand-up comedian and I've got jokes. So I'm like, hello, Echo, old friend, it's time to not sleep again. Like, you know that song, hello darkness, my old friend, come to talk to you again, or whatever that thing is. Then I was singing that to myself, so I did that. So I said, that's terrible. Lie down before you hurt yourself. What? You're not a stand-up white woman show. What? Damn, I thought I had it. What's next? Yeah, no, look, okay. What else? Oh, overthinking again. How's that going? To be continued. Not today. Not today, meaning I'm not going to continue thinking about this later. I'm going to continue thinking right now. Then I was saying, yeah, that the stem is too stiff. Stiff AF. Stop stressing, my dude. Everything's going to be all right. Then that song, everything's going to be just fine. It's about to give a good life. I don't know what that was supposed to be. La, 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 me singing, okay? Oh, yeah, I was doing another joke, okay? What's another word for tired? Exhausted puts his hand up and says, well, I should have said, puts his hand up and says, Murtu. And I thought, okay, that was very funny. I thought that was hilarious because now I'm freaking overtired. So that's when I started telling myself jokes. And then I felt the pressure of it. So then I couldn't get a punchline. So... yeah, this is in my sketchbook. I never ever do this in my sketchbook. I'm normally drawing and I take things very seriously in here. But I didn't want to go and get my other book out the lounge. So this is what happened in here. Yeah, I should actually go through this book with you guys sometime when it's all done. Well, it's only a few pages left. Then I went to the toilet, and this is at about 2 o'clock. So all of this started happening from, what did I say, 10 o'clock? 10 o'clock to about 2 o'clock. All of this happened in that time. All of the Google searching, all of the thinking, all the overlapping, all the imagination. Then I decided, no, I want to listen to Jason Stevenson, which is this guided meditation thing that I normally go to often. And there's always this one that I never seem to finish. I always fall asleep before, that I thought, okay, cool, this is going to work, so let's gooi. So it's the Meet Your Spirit guided meditation. It's an hour long. So while I'm busy listening to the meditation and trying to get everything comfortable and situated, because my pillows are going to be the death of me. I've got like 4 pillows that literally make one. They are so sad. They are corroding as I speak. Photosynthesis, okay? So now thinking about like that whole meteor thing and the movie and weird concepts of movies and how people write movies and like how do you put a story together. And then I was like, if a movie can show an app possessing people to murder people, then is there a movie, or why hasn't there been a movie about someone getting possessed or murdered or sucked into a realm? Sorry, I look like I'm pointing to the roof, but it's just the angle of this tripod that's broken. And then I'm like, yeah, like, and then I was like, then, okay, so now I'm supposed to be sleeping, okay, but now I'm thinking movie plots. So I'm thinking, what would be like the most realistic thing? So I was like, okay, cool. The meditation starts, we're in the movie, meditation starts, but meanwhile, they're playing these like sounds or delta sound waves, because I mean, it is hypnosis. So you go into a hypnotistic, what is that word? State of mind, okay? And okay, the plot could either be you listen to it, and instead of them guiding you into a peaceful thing, once you pass that like heavy sleep, the next voice thing kicks over to possess you to, once you've woken up, murder 3 people. And the 3 spirit guys that come to you in your dream are the 3 people you're going to now murder or whatever. Or it could be like you go into this meditation thing, and in your deep sleep, you meet your spirit guides, but it's like one bad freaking nightmare, and you are trying to get away from 3 of your worst fears. And it's real, but meanwhile, it's just a dream, but you don't know it is until the end of the movie when you wake up and you're like, it was all a dream. And then, guys, this is how my mind was working. So then that didn't work. Because now I'm a blockbuster hit. I'm making movies, okay? I'm freaking the next freaking Tim Burton, okay? Genius of a guy. But I think if I was going to do a movie with this type of thing, then the only person that would be able to see my vision, because now I'm a rock star, I'm going to choose who I want to write and direct with, would have to be Quentin Tarantino. That could be the coolest freaking concept movie with his mind, my imagination, and cool. Assistant, set a meeting up there, get Quentin on the phone, shop. Sorry guys, I just gotta take this call quickly. Yo Tarantino, my man, what's happening? Yeah, you know it's me. Wanna come over? No, I've got a good one this time. You're so sweet to say everyone's this is why I bonded for life. Okay, but I'm waiting. I'm fresh. I've got a coffee going. Yeah, no, I'm ready. Okay, I'll see you in a bit. Okay, bye. I'm tired. I'm extremely exhausted, and I still got to work out. I'm a neon today. I thought if I wear neon and it shines bright, it would pump up me to work out. Neon top, neon pants. Remember when neon used to be a thing? Damn. go in there freaking, oh, you know, I almost freaking hurt myself there. In the club with those lights on, everyone can see you. I love dancing. But yeah, that's why I'm tired. I feel good that I've done the video. I've probably left out quite a bit of what happened in between everything else. But that's basically the gist of how my brain works when I am not in a routine and I haven't emptied out my mind. I've even read books and stuff where they say you must visualize, and what I did was like a salt and pepper shaker. Like you emptying out the pepper, which is like all your negative thoughts, and you're filling it up with salt or positive thoughts because of the white and the purity behind it. And then you go into your sleep thing with the clear mind, a positive mind, a pure white mind. I don't know, guys. But after all of that, I did sleep eventually. But I feel like I'm hungover from thinking. Like if I could see the lightning bolt and rods going over my brain last night at the amount of thought processing that was happening. I wish I had a USB port at the back of my head. Maybe in a couple of years' time this will be a thing. And then you can just download everything that goes on in your head and you can sort it out into folders. So if there's anything of importance and relevance that can be useful, you can just access that folder and have a good night's sleep. Another movie somewhere in there. I'll ask Quentin when he's here. You guys, but anyway, thank you so much for watching. I really enjoyed this time with you. I need to go and exercise. As tired as what I am, I've got to push through. So I hope you guys have a freaking fantastic day. If you're overthinking and you can't sleep, don't think about what you want to do. Just do what you need to do. That is my advice. Otherwise, you'll be up very late and tired and looking like me, jacked up. Whew. Until next time, bye. Bye, guys. Bye. Bye. I like you a lot. I was burning. Bye.